Hello and welcome to Melbourne Airport. I'm your host, Matt. Sam's a little bit under the weather at the moment. We'll see if he joins us a little bit later in the morning. But since it's all scheduled, I thought I'd come out here and showcase Melbourne Airport and what we have going on this morning. So it should be a very busy Saturday, which I'm really excited about. We're going to have quite a few takeoffs. It was supposed to be a clear morning, but, you know, Melbourne's weather had other ideas. So I think we're going to get right into it. We started a little bit late, just trying to sort out some logistics of getting the stream up and running. But we still made it in time to get the Emirates A380 departure, which is just pushed back now. Oops, what's going on there? Hang on. There we go. Alright, going towards the edge of runway 16 here, we have a Qantas 737 arrival. This one's from Darwin as QF839. Gonna start the stream off here with some of the local metal. What is going on with that? Hang on. Sorry, guys. Maybe the cord's a little bit loose. There you go. Hopefully that sorts it. And looks like we've got the Qantas A330 there, taxiing in to the Satellite International Terminal. There we go, being waved in there by one of the marshalling staff. So it's been a hot minute. We haven't been out here in at least a month. So it's good to finally get back out, find some time to actually stream. I've been actually particularly busy. I've been traveling around the rest of Australia. I've been filming in Sydney. I've been filming in Adelaide. I've been filming in Brizzy. I know that Sam's been very busy as well, starting the new year off. On the left-hand side of your screen, you're going to see the Emirates A380, and that one's going to be going off to Dubai, the first A380 of the day. G'day, Rolf. Thanks for joining in. Coming in from Phoenix, Arizona. And Axis Productions says, hey, buddy, clear picture? What camera? So we're using the Sony RX10 for our streams. Awesome camera, fantastic picture quality. Zoom's a little bit clunky. Wouldn't mind trying to pick up a Handycam or something similar to maybe get a little bit more smoothness when it comes to the zoom itself, but aside from that, it's outstanding quality. Good day, Was. Cheers for joining in, mate. Good day, Gavin. Hope you're hope you're enjoying your morning coffee with a bit of Melbourne Airport. So we've got that Emirates taxiing up towards the end of runway 16. Which would be the first international flight of the video. Operating as EK409, direct to Dubai. Long flight ahead, 13 and a bit hours here from Melbourne. And we have our first international arrival. This is going to be Capital Airlines flight JD385 from Hangzhou. Let's pan over here to 16. There we go. I think it's the blue one as well. Awesome livery there. One thing the Chinese airlines really know how to do is a special livery. They are damn good at it. Real damn good. And Capital Airlines also recently repainted the Pixar livery, and now it's wearing some pink, awesome livery. Hopefully it comes to Melbourne soon. We've all been looking out for it each morning. And it is a regular into Hangzhou, so it's only a matter of time before it does wind up down here. There we go, touching down. Wow, real smooth. So yeah, I am a huge fan of this livery. I love it. Anything that stands out with a lot of color, like these blue liveries, like Capital, Vietnam, and Capital also have a different livery as well, a ex-Lucky Air that's been coming into Melbourne quite a bit, and I think that one's pretty sweet as well. It's like red underneath, almost looks like if Airbus were to create a Boeing house livery. So that's now going to vacate off runway 16. So you guys might be wondering, like, who's this guy? Why is he, where's Sam? What happened to Sam? So Sam's woken up, he's feeling a little bit unwell, so he's getting a little bit more rest and should hopefully join us in the next maybe 30 minutes, hour or so, when he's feeling a bit better. But because we scheduled this all at 6, I thought, since I'm up already, and you guys were wanting to see Melbourne Airport and the Emirates A380 was taking off, I thought, yeah, alright, I'll pick up all the stuff, I'll start it, and we'll see if Sam can join us. So there we go, it's vacating off taxiway Juliet after its long flight from Hangzhou. Awesome livery, just absolutely awesome. And our next arrival is going to be another Darwin flight. It's going to be Jetstar flight JQ677. Well, hang on, before we get to that, look at this. Alright, so they've taxied this all the way back from the international terminal. That's like a kilometer away. And they do it so fast as well. You gotta love the efficiency of the tug drivers here in Melbourne. And I'm pretty sure they've got the entire 787 fleet wearing this new livery or new special 50th anniversary decal as well. Makes everything a lot easier. I remember when we were chasing it down here in Melbourne, trying to get a few shots of it. And I think it was only on VADLA. It really just made it tricky because every time it came, it was either just bad weather or it come early, so the opportunities were not so easy and not so plentiful. There you go, we've got Capital taxiing back now. Probably going to take Royal Brunei's gate. That's why they're in such a rush to get rid of it, to send it into the naughty corner of Melbourne Airport. And let's see if that's better. There was for the audio level. You can't really hear too much here in from T4 anyway. It's more just the APU drowns everything out. But we'll see if that makes much of a difference. Here we go. Capital taxiing down our way. Awesome start to the stream there. Awesome start. So down the end of runway 16, we have the Emirates A380 departure. Just waiting for its takeoff clearance now. You can sort of see the tail there. That's going to be the next international of the stream, and also going to be the first international takeoff that we've had this morning. I did see there was a Qatar 777 as I was setting the stream up. Unfortunately, it took runway 27, so it's just going to be one of those mornings where runway 27 is probably going to take a big bulk of the traffic, but we'll persevere and get what we can. And also hope these clouds clear up. That was definitely unexpected. And I love when I look at the weather as well. You know, it's the forecast says that it's mostly clear right now. Like, I don't know in what universe this is mostly clear, but in reality, definitely not. There we go, Emirates is lining up now to runway 16. One of many A380s of this morning's stream. We have another Emirates coming in as well from Dubai in maybe 30 minutes or so. It's going to be great to capture that as well. Always a great start to the day when the 380 takes off. No better way to start. Alright, panning over to the right, back to runway 16, we have our next international arrival. This is going to be the Qantas 737 arriving in from Denpasar, Bali as QF46. Coming towards runway 16, completing its 5-hour trip from Holiday Central. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I've never been that big on Bali. I know it's got some nice beaches and all that, but I've never been, like, it's never been a destination that I've been hell-bent on going to. Like, I've been a couple of times literally just for spotting. Like, I don't think I've done anything else there. And even spotting there can be really, really tricky. Touching down and just behind Terminal 2 there. Tremendous. And taking the rapid exit as well. G'day TriStar Darren, good to see you mate. Cheers for joining in. Should have a very, very fun morning planned. Lots of playing, lots of laughs, maybe a few unhinged stories. And lots of heavies. Like this LATAM 787 on pushback, trying to clear up some space there for the international terminal. Also, some great news for Melbourne spotters. Delta's finally announced flights. So as of the end of this year, I think we're going to get 3 times weekly Los Angeles to Melbourne flights with the Delta Airlines. Most likely going to be the A350. I think would be incredibly lucky though if we got the. I was gonna say like I was just had a bit of a brain fart. I was gonna say the 777-200 LRs, but then I'm thinking that doesn't exist anymore. They're long gone. Thank you, COVID. Wham bam, thank you, Pam. So yeah, should be A350s, which actually gives us a chance to get that LA 2028 livery, that really cool one that they've got buzzing around. And there's also another livery as well. I think it's not actually flying just yet. I think it's still being assembled in Toulouse, but it looks all grey, and I think it's an anniversary livery, which should be sweet. Definitely looking forward to seeing that. But in general, it's great to see Delta actually putting some specials on their aircraft, because in the past they've been notorious for not really having that many compared to United or American. You know, I don't even think that Delta partake in the retro schemes, because you know American has all their retro ones like the AirCal and the TWA and all that kind of stuff, like all the older airlines that I think that they've absorbed over the course of many years. But they've never seemed to do it. Delta's always been like, yeah, we'll chuck the Sky Team on a few planes because we have to, and that's about it. So it's good to see, really, really good to see. Got the Delta Latam still pushing all the way back, and this is what I'm sort of saying. Like, this is where Brunei came from. Like, it is a long, long pushback. And then it's going to end up in the YMML naughty corner, just over here. As for airlines that overstay their welcome, they're sent over here, off to the sin bin for taking up too much space in the old terminal. You could also see, like, you know, we've got some clear skies over here. So if that could just sort of move on over to here, that would be great. And just in front of us here, we're going to have the Jetstar 320 doing its engine startups. Another day, another Jetstar. That one's going to be going off to Hobart, so most likely going to take runway 27, our favourite runway. In runway 27, we trust. Taking a look over to our international terminal, we're going to have the AirAsia A330 departure. It is just pushing back now, I think, unless my eyes are playing tricks on me. That's got to be the slowest pushback in the world. Look at that. That's almost sad. That's a bit pathetic, to be honest. Look at it. It's not even a pushback. That's somebody literally pushing the plane back with their own arms. Like, that's not even a tug. Oh my god. Anyway, so that's going to take off next year. And when it does eventually take off, you know, next year, it's going to be going to Kuala Lumpur as a D7219. So it's going to embark on its 7.5 hour flight to KL. And yeah, Gav, wow, early start. That's two graveyard shifts in a row, isn't it? It's horrendous stuff. Absolutely horrendous. I don't know how you do it. So hopefully as well, this AirAsia actually takes 1.6. It seems like it's going to be one of those really sort of unpredictable mornings where 2.7 may be the play, and a lot of these airlines will just decide to send everything there. And Tim, that is an excellent thing there. However, it's not a corner bay. it's smack bang right in the middle of the terminal extension. So there is no excuse. I've never seen anything push back that slowly, ever. There you go. It's still slowly, ever so slowly pushing back. It's actually kind of comical, to be honest. I'm just imagining that one dude who's just pushing it with all his might like a car in neutral. Just, we're almost there. And we can see they're already starting to unload that capital as well, which is the thing that started the stream off. And Tim, 100% you are right. However, they push back from there quite a lot. Like, it's a very common middle of the terminal bay, and I've never seen them push that slowly. That is wow. Usually they're a lot speedier. And on arrival, we're gonna have the Jetstar. Is that the new A320 Neo, or is that the 321? It's the 321. It's got that grey livery. I think it's the only one in the fleet. And this is rocking up as JQ36, also from Jetstar. There we go, touching down. And taking that rapid exit. There, another Jetstar 321 Neo. Man, there is a lot of them. I remember a couple of years back when they got their first one. I think Sam and I were actually streaming it. Compared to now, it's incredible how many they've got in such a short amount of time. But yeah, this one, you can sort of tell the paint's a little bit different. They've got that, it's like a lighter grey in comparison. Like, you got that one, then you got, this 321 Neo here. And you can see it's got that darker, more, I want to say silver kind of grey to it. And that's pretty much what the entire fleet has, except for this one, where it's got that lighter, in my opinion, better grey. Like, I actually prefer this one. I think it looks a lot cleaner. And Tim, yeah, absolutely, you could be right there. It could be a new L-plate tug driver. He's, you got to learn somewhere. He could be under supervision, and it would make sense, right? I mean, if you're going to push a plane back, push the budget airline back. Like imagine you're just starting out, your first plane pushing back, and it's the Emirates. You're like, oh no, if I damage this plane, I'm in big trouble. Like, they're not just gonna forget about it, or they're gonna follow this up at the airport. I could be in strife. Oh, Tristar Darren, I could not agree more. Hashtag Team Jetstar. Love it. But actually, jokes aside, I actually do. I think that grey probably looks a bit better, a lot cleaner. And over here in the naughty corner, we've got two 787s as always. So they're going to take off roughly around midday. So they put them over here, just completely out of the way, so they don't interfere with the general operations. You see, we've got a pretty colourful Jetstar terminal as well. We've got a variety of 321 Neos, 320s, even the Jaffa Jet, which is there on the left. The real bright orange one. Or the carrot, whatever you want to call it. I wonder if our L-plate tug driver is going to come over here to T4. I wouldn't mind seeing some pushbacks from up close. And it looks like AirAsia is on the go. Let's see if it takes 16 or 27 for its departure. Definitely hoping it takes 16. Oh, Tim, that's awesome. National Jet Express, yeah, Cobham. Actually, one of the BAEs are here at the moment. Not Cobhams, but oh, actually, before I go into that, it looks like it's taking 16. It's taking that the left-hand term of glory on that taxiway there. If it turns right, it's going to 27. If it turns left, it's going to 16. That's generally what they do now. So it makes it easy for an early indication of what runway it's going to use. So anyway, left-hand turn of glory. Then we've got the right-hand turn of doom. Don't want that one. That one's bad. As the name suggests. But yeah, no, Tim, that's awesome, mate. That's really, really awesome. And VA. Was that back when they were Virgin Blue or Virgin Australia? Because I remember when they were Virgin Blue and more budget, I could only imagine that they would have been a lot of fun to learn on. It would have been a lot less serious. And I mean, looking back in those days, you know, like 2005, 2006, they had that, you know, like really red, like that red branding and everything. I reckon they would have been a load of fun. Because now they're very corporate. And yeah, the BAEs, they still do a lot of those freight runs. I think they still use it because it's within the, or it's under the decibel thing for Sydney's curfew, so they can still fly that in at night without having to pay any fees. So I think Australia actually has the most BAEs in the world, even more than the Middle East. Because I know that Iran have a bunch as well, but Australia's really lucky with the old Jumbolinos. So AirAsia is slowly making its way up to the end of 16. It does take a few minutes to actually get there. And just to keep ourselves occupied while we wait for that, we're going to have the Junior 787 landing from Shanghai. Our newest airline only started about a month ago, and this is going to be arriving in as HO 1655. Really long flight number. Don't know why that's necessary. I don't see them, like, you know, with a lot of airlines you usually think, yeah, the international operations have lower flight numbers, but not with not with Junior. I think all the international operations are in the thousands. Oh, sweet. So, Tim, you're saying your former pushback, so you're not doing it anymore? Because this is all like really recent, so you would have stopped doing it recently, right? Because Vietjet have only really been flying here for about a year and a half. Oh, TriStar Darren. They do, they do. But we haven't got the cool one in. We got the colourful pedals. So I think that's the one that did the inaugural here. But I am a sucker for that ruby one. That 787 that's all red, I'm an absolute sucker for it. I think it's awesome. Here it comes. Also, love the maroon as well. You don't see too many airlines like having that kind of color, so I think it really livens up the terminal. Also, just notice the orange glow on the mountains back there. Like, what are these clouds doing? Why are they here? Like, they're only over the airport. Yeah, look, not quite the red one, however, that one still does look great. Look at the detail on that. Like, that is some really intricate details on the back of that plane with the pedals. I'm all for it. And let me see if I can solve that. Your TriStar, Darren. Is that better? Is it still the echo? Alright, next arrival is going to be a Cathay Pacific 777 coming in from Hong Kong as CX-135. I think this is the One World one as well. Here we go, 2 heavies in a row. This is the Melbourne we love. Wow, wait, taking the rapid exit. Don't see that too often with the 777. And Gavin there with a $10 super fund or super chat. Mate, thank you so much for that. The coffee fund, really do appreciate it. That's a preemptive coffee fund right there. Like, I guarantee you I'm going to be straight after this stream, straight to McDonald's. Get the oh god, what have they got now? I think they got like an almond cold brew. Probably won't get that. Probably will stick to the usual, just like vanilla latte. Keep me going for the rest of the day. But cheers, mate. Really do appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in from work as well. Hopefully keeping you company for the graveyard shift. And there we go, Cathay passing all the corporate virgins. And then to the left here we got Junior, which is going to be making its way over to the terminal. I wonder how long it's going to be before they start sending these to Brizzy, Gavin. Finally, Melbourne's starting to play catch up with the Delta 350s. Before you know it, we'll start taking the American as well. Hopefully we get that Dallas flight at some point. At 2032. Poor Brisbane. Alright, now when we look towards the end of runway 16, we've got that AirAsia departure, the slowest pushback in the entire world. Must be next year already, because it is ready to go. This is going to be operating as D7219, straight to KL. Hey, you know, TriStar Darren, I think you should fly it. Like, you should, you'll have all the time in the world to go down to Brizzy on Junior, because you can do that. You can just go Manchester to Shanghai and then to Brizzy in 2032. You've heard it here first. I'll come up as well. I'll do the same flight. I'll do Junior from Melbourne to Shanghai and then Shanghai to Brizzy. Like, why would I take a 2-hour flight when I could make that 20 hours plus? Sounds like good fun to me. And we can all meet up for a beer. You know, I'm still trying to hunt down the Sonic one that they've got, and I'm having no luck. So AirAsia, I think it's on 9MXXU, but they have a whole plane designed with a Sonic promotion for the new movie, and I kid you not, every single time I leave Melbourne, it comes. Like Gavin, when I was in Brizzy, it came twice. But when I'm here, and I've been here now for about a week maybe, been back for a week since going to Sydney, it has not come once, not even close. Like, I saw it's flown to Jeddah, and it's flown to like Osaka and all that. Like, just it couldn't be like any further away from Melbourne if it tried. And when I was in Sydney, it came twice as well. Like, I have no luck with this thing. And then I remember there was one night, and like, there's some days where I'm not even checking the radar. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, like I look in the morning, nothing's coming, all good. Like, I'm not even gonna bother looking, you know. And then planes kind of swap things out, and AirAsia's notorious for it. It will say one thing, and then like when it comes to what actually takes that flight, whole different plane. So it's like, I don't know, 10:30, like runway 34's active. Didn't even look at that. Didn't even look. And runway 34 at night is fantastic. It's really, really bright. You got a lot of options on what to do. And I remember I was editing, and I'm like, oh, you know what? Let's check flight radar. Let's see what's going on. And it's damn Sonic one, and it's like it's flying downwind of the airport at that point, so there's no way I could make it even if I wanted to. And it's just like the luck on that. Like when I checked earlier, it was not Sonic, but I don't look just for one day or like even just half a day, and Sonic would have been the best shot as well. Never gonna get that. And literally, it's proper Murphy's Law. Like when it comes to the Sonic AirAsia, it's Murphy's Law. Oh, you know, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Big boy coming in. We got the Emirates A380 EK406 from Dubai. On a final approach there for runway 16. About to complete its 13-hour journey. Oh, that is a hard slog. That is a really hard slog. Gavin, the Brisbane posse. That's it. Tristar Darren, you got to come meet the Brisbane posse. And we'll both meet in Shanghai, and we'll both take Junior down to Brizzy. Nah, Gavin, don't do that. Don't buy a lottery ticket. Your luck has run dry after that. Like that luck on that Emirates was all your luck, all your good fortune put together for the next 10 years. Like you're gonna have bad luck now. It is all ran dry after that. Like I still can't believe what happened. Oh wow, actually, come to think of it, this is the new livery. I'm just noticing that now. Goes to show how hard I check on flight radar for these things. This is a new revised livery. It's got that 3D UAE flag on the tail, which I think is awesome. Took a little bit to grow on me, in all honesty, but now that I've seen it a few times in person, I really do like it. Oh, they're not slowing down. Man, you know what I'd love? I would love, you know, like the speed guns that the police use? Like when they're trying to see who's speeding on the road. I would love to see how fast some of these planes are going, because that thing was going quick. Like, alright, here's another question, and I'm sure it's a dumb question, but I've never worked airside, so I have no idea, but is there speed limits on the runway? Like, I know there's like speed limits for cars and all that, using the tarmac and all that. You can only go a certain speed around certain areas and all that, but what about on the runway? Do the planes have a speed limit they have to abide by, or is it just like, you just go full throttle, like you can do what you want? And Rolf, nope, they do not want to use those brakes. They must be, they must be on their last legs there. They're like, oh, we've only got a few more flights before maintenance. Let's see if we can try and extend this out. And yeah, it's actually kind of crazy, Gavin, the fact that the Garuda don't actually go to Brizzy. And chances are very, very, very low. I really doubt that I would be heading up to Sydney in March. We got the Grand Prix season here in Melbourne in March. We got the air show happening in March. So I'm going to be knuckling down and trying to get as much stuff as I can at Avalon. Maybe Sam will go up, but no, I don't think I will. But I do hope you boys all have fun. And I hope the weather plays out, because I've seen Sydney's weather at the moment has been absolutely abysmal. Like, the storms rolling in all the time and all the fun pizzazz. There you go, taxiing to the to its gate now. Fun police. I hate those guys, they suck. Always here to poop on everyone's parade. Looks like we have a... Oh, it's the Christmas one! Look at that! I was not expecting that. Got Santa at the front. Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. I honestly thought that was gone, but I'm happy it's not. That's kind of cool. Okay, we've got Emirates still making its way back to the terminal. Look, in all honesty, TriStar Darren, I think that this should be the same thing with Christmas lights, right? You just keep the special like Christmas liveries on for the next year. Like, what's the point of taking them off, putting them back on? You may as well just keep it on the plane and then, you know, you're covered. And look, I don't know, like every day needs a bit of Christmas cheer sometimes. So seeing Santa, you know. Who says you can't have a bit of happiness and joy in July? No way, I actually love that, Tim. So how like forced forwards were you when he slammed those brakes on? It's, you know, number one reason why I can't be a pilot is because I would tell you not to put your seatbelt on. Be like, it's gonna have a smooth landing. Like, don't even worry about it. And then I'll do that. Then I'll slam the brakes on and watch you fly over the console. I'd be a terrible pilot. Like. It's probably good that that I'm here behind the camera instead. Like, I'd be awful. Or I'll just request things that just shouldn't be done. Like, for example, we got the age-old debate in Brisbane of, like, you know, alright, so for people who watch, you know, Gavin streams and all that, you know, you got runway 01, right, which is right at the international terminal. Like, I don't care where I'm going, I'm requesting 01 right at all times. There's ain't no way I'm taxiing 15 minutes to the other runway. Like in Singapore, like, I'd be just requesting the closest runway at all times and saying, like, it's a requirement. Because I found out recently that that's all you have to say. That's the magic words of making it happen. And it looks like on final approach here, we have China Southern's seasonal third flight from Guangzhou. It's going to be CZ643. And Tim, I would call that just another Wednesday. You know, airlines would be a little bit shardy with me, I think. Like, let's say I work for Qantas and be like, why are we replacing the window like every week with this guy? This never happens. There you go. He's testing the brakes on that one. He slammed those brakes on, taking the rapid exit. I love it, Tim. Yeah, we require a bay at the terminal. We have a special passenger on board, a VIP. Man, I'll be saying the same stuff though. It's got to be done. And at the end of the runway, looks like we got that Garuda. I think it's already rolling. Yikes. Okay, this is GA719 off to Dempsey. Off it goes. A lot of Denpasar flights in the morning, isn't it? Let's see what I've missed here in the chat. That's a Gavin, the special word. It's the cheat code for ATC. Require. Anyway, Qantas, Virgin, Jetstar, any airline that's watching, you know where to find me. If you think that my professional conduct is just what you're looking for, email me at aviationvideography1@gmail.com. Cheers. Oh, good day, mate. Melbourne Flyers in the chat here from just down the car park. Oh, wow. Are you here as well? There's way too many cars. I cannot see if you are. And Peter, I think the batteries died. It was working when I set it up, but I'm not hearing any ATC coming through either. Cannot see you, Melbourne Flyer, but if you're here, I'll definitely come around and say good day. And Sam is feeling a little unwell, so we scheduled this all last night. You know, like, yeah, let's do this. We've got a good morning ahead. Good quotation marks sunny morning ahead. And he's woken up feeling a bit under the weather. So I picked all the gear up and said I'll start it since we scheduled it. And if and when he feels better, he will come join me out here. So hopefully he comes out very, very soon. We miss him. And I miss the ability of him going to get coffees, because coffee is always good. That's probably what I miss the most, but that's alright, we'll persevere without our coffee. On final approach, we have a Jetstar A321neo from Perth, operating as JQ971. And thank you, Graham. I appreciate that. It has always been up to scratch.
Thank you, man.
I can't see any reason why an airline wouldn't want to hire me.
I can't see any reason why an airline
I can think of one reason, and I have 0 flying hours, but you know, you learn on the job. And yeah, Sam will be fine. I think either just, you know, it's probably some bad sushi. That's why you don't have it for breakfast. But hopefully he comes out and joins us. It'd be really, really good. I know he was wrapped to get back out and stream, because it's been about a month since we've both had the freedom and flexibility in our schedules to be able to both come out here at the same time. Yeah, exactly, Graham. He shouldn't be such a lala. Plus, yeah, honestly, coffee would be great. Vanilla latte. You know, Sam, if you're watching this right now, you know, chop chop, that's your order. No sugar. Cheers. And sweet. All right, I'm gonna probably wrap up at about 9 o'clock, unless Sam comes and you know, wants to stay a little bit longer. But I'll definitely come say hi. Especially since you're up here already. So on pushback there, we have the Philippines at 3:30, operating as PR210 to Manila. Hopefully it goes 16. You never know with this kind of stuff. Philippine Airlines are always a little bit iffy with their runways. Looks like we have the special A220, the green one, El Broccoli, about to touch down on runway 16. Luck of the Irish, this one. You know, I still haven't really adapted to this sort of livery. It's so weird seeing Qantas have like a green theme livery. Really, really odd. Absolutely not against it. I love it. I love something a bit different. But it's one of those liveries that kind of seem a bit surreal. Little nugget. That's exactly what it is. Look at this little nugget vacating off the rapid exit. Oh no. Bad California roll. Oh, don't even. It's way too early in the morning for that, mate. Way too early in the morning. And nah, no doubt Sam's lurking right now. He's probably wrote down my coffee order. You know, vanilla latte, extra spit. There we go. Looking back at the international terminal, we've got the Philippines hasn't moved just yet. But Tim, did you see how fast they actually pushed that back? Unlike the Air Asia, so clearly the learner tug driver is has made his way over to Jetstar or Qantas. The moldy nugget. The moldy little nugget. It kind of does look like, you know, because of all the different shades of green, it does look a bit moldy. And I say that with all the love in the world. Jetstar flight JQ501 from Sydney on final approach here on runway 16. Whoop, stay focused, camera. And good day, Yuki, joining in from Japan. Hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Oh, Philippines is on the go. So up until recently, Philippine Airlines were using the WAMOS aircraft for a lot of their flights. That's recently swapped, I think, earlier this month, back to Philippine Airlines, and Sydney still has the WAMOS, which should end at the end of this month. Well, now. It should go back to Philippine Airlines. So it's good to see him back. Good to see the Philippines at Sunrise livery back at the terminal. So the way it's going, it looks like that's probably on 27, unless it makes the left-hand turn of glory, which I'm not seeing. Nah. Alright. We are in trouble. That's doing the right-hand turn of doom. Yeah, okay, that's 27. That's bad. So, Philippine Airlines, that's going to head off to 27 for its departure. Unfortunately, we'll still be able to get a little bit of a shot, but it would be so much better if we use the other runway. On final approach now, we have QF80 from Tokyo. An A330-300, wearing the newer livery. Greasing the runway. Absolutely greasing it. And no, trust that Darren, the Philippine 747s are a little bit before my time. I'm trying to remember, what's the first Philippines that I saw? I think the first ones I saw here were the 330s, but they were like the older ones with the CF6s. And then we were getting the triples as well, like 3 or 4 times a week. And then it was the 340s for a little while. Then it was, I think, triples again. They changed it so much, I remember, but yeah, I think when I was spotting, the 747s existed. I never saw them. They never came to Melbourne. It was usually the 330 777 combo. And honestly, like, I would start a petition. Like, if I was part of local government, which, you know, they should hire me as well. Like, I would make improvements. And one of those improvements would be to dig up 27. I'd say the airport is efficient enough. I think everyone would love me as well. Like like people who are living over in Keilor and what? No, actually, no, not Keilor. No, they would hate me. People living over in Melton and Taylor's Lakes, I think they will love me because 27 like will cross over them, so they will love the zero noise pollution. But yeah, Keilor, they will not be my biggest fan. They'll be very upset. Will not be winning any voters there. Alright, forget about that Virgin. Because Philippine Airlines is just about to roll down runway 27, PR 210 off to Manila, the A330-300. Should appear any moment. And yeah, we've just been approved for the third runway. It's going to be a parallel to runway 3416. And just after this Philippines takes off, I'll show you where they intend to build it. And why it's going to be so incredibly difficult. Alright, patiently waiting for that Philippine Airlines. There it goes. And off it goes, off to Manila. So the third runway, when the camera decides to focus, is meant to be built sort of back here. So behind that tree line, there's a gully. Like, it goes really, really deep. You can kind of see it there. Like, if you let your imagination sort of fill it in. So you can sort of see behind those tree lines, like where the trucks are parked. It goes down a very, very, very deep gully. And the gully is the entire length of the airport. It's like, actually no, this is perfect. You can see it right here, like how deep it goes. They have to fill all that in to build this runway. That's got to be filled in, then they've got to put the runway on top of that, and it's going to go for the exact same length as this one, which is like 3.5 kilometers. So it is a massive, massive job. And you can also see at the end of 27, which is there, the gully starts over there. And the thing is, it's meant to still, like, when you see where it's lined up for in the master plan, it's still going to be where that gully is. So they've got to fill all that in as well. It is a massive job. Which is why they originally proposed for a parallel east-west runway. And that was originally going to run through here. So where this sort of taxiway is, it was going to run sort of across there, cut across here, and go out there, which would have been a way easier job. But I'm pretty sure it was the federal government who said, well, what's the point of having east-west runway when the main congestion is when it's stuck on the north-south with strong north-south winds. And then that's what's taken a long time as well, like getting that approved, because the federal government was essentially saying, like, you know, this is counterproductive to what you want to do. Like, yes, it's in your grand master plan to have all 4 runways, 2 parallels of each, but it's not smart to start with that one. Anyway, that's the whole thing about the runway. So it's going to take a very long time, but it'll get done. And wow, I didn't know you guys were getting a third runway. Damn. In all honesty, though, it is needed. Perth is one of the few airports in Australia that's actually slot controlled. The like during those like Friday evenings and Monday mornings, like holy moly, like the amount of departures and arrivals for all those FIFO flights, it's insane. And the trust out there and saying, my dad flew to Melbourne on the Philippines at 747. Just trying to read it if you're screwing up. With his Australian partner, and he has footage of the engine fire before diverting. Holy moly. Dude, that would freak me out enough. Like, I would not be going back on a plane for a little while after that. So wait, the Philippine 747s used to fly here. Like how long ago was that? Was that like the 200s? Because I have seen photos of them here, but I don't know if the 400s ever came. And taxiing to the end of the runway, we're going to have the Singapore Airlines A350. That's taken 1.6, which I'm definitely happy about. It's going to be operating as SQ248 to Singapore. So we're going to wait for that to hit the end of the runway. Also just sent Sam a follow-up message, sending him my love and support, and telling him to get his behind over here. You know, you got to do it with a bit of kindness. You can't just go in there with the kill and say, get out here, we have planes to film, we have people to entertain, we have heavies to miss on runway 27. You can't go in for the kill. You gotta just gradually do it. Say, like, hey mate, we love you. We hope you're feeling good. Like, hope everything is okay. I hope that you're feeling better. And then you go in for the kill. Then you say, get your behind out here. We got stuff to do. Hopefully it works. Still can't really see that Singapore. It's hiding behind the terminal at the moment. I think it's waiting for this Qantas 737 arrival from Adelaide, which is here. There. Oh, no. There we go. Oh, no. While we wait, we'll get this one coming in. And starting up, that's the A321neo. Well, Gavin, even if he was, there's no excuse. Like, I don't know, bring a bucket. There's 2 mics, the cord's long enough, he could just, be sort of a little bit away and all is well. That's the culprit of the startup there, TriStar Darren. There you go, and you got the bloke at the front there taking it for a walk. It's got the little lead on it. Dunny install. I think I know someone who could make that happen, Gavin. Up there in Brizzy.
I think I know someone who can make that happen.
I think you may know him as well. Alright, looks like the Singapore 350 stalled still. Oh wait, hang on. I'm looking at flight radar right now. And Japan Airlines is taking 27 for its departure. So, Singapore A350 takes 16, but Jetstar, the Japan Airlines 78 takes 27. Man, I'll never work this place out. I don't know why they do the things they do. Anyways, making our way back to the end of 16. We should have that Singapore taking off now. Oh, actually no, there's there's another arrival. Hang on. I don't think it's going anywhere for a minute. That T1000, I love it. Beep boop. Must film plane. Oh dear. No. Oh no, adult streaming nappies. What? No, it's way too early in the morning, mate. Way too early. I'm not ready to be looking at such vulgar things. Oh dear. Well, you know what, Sam, you got no excuse, mate. If you are watching, there's your solution. So get on out here. Oh god, that's just, Gavin, that is the worst mental image I think I've ever gotten in my life. So cheers for that, mate. Coming in on final approach, we have the Rex Saab from Mildura, which is just at the top of our state. And it's got that shark tank livery as well. You can see it from a mile away. And welcome back, Ram. You've missed some pretty shocking mental images. Courtesy of Gavin. I love that livery. SQ248 lined up for 16, ready to go. And it's about to embark on its journey to Singapore. I think Singapore Airlines do 5 daily flights to Melbourne now. This is the 5th. So quite a lot of capacity from them. Wow, super early rotation for them. Alright, let's focus on runway 27. We have the Japan 787 lined up and ready. Most likely going to wait for this Virgin to come in. And then it's going to embark on its journey to Tokyo Narita as a JL774. So guys, if you are enjoying the stream so far, do hit that like button. It's the best free way to support the channel. And it does push it out to other like-minded aviation enthusiasts. And if you don't like the stream so far, shut up. Alright, so we should get that Japan 787 taking off now. Yeah, I've been awake for too long. Yeah. You really have been, man. 2 graveyard shifts in a row. I don't know how you do it. Matt T1000 does not compute. And there's the Japan. Oh dear. Oh, tripod. Behave. Wow, those clouds are low. So yeah, I kind of plan to come out here as well. Like, and Sam was in the same boat. We're thinking, yeah, it's a perfectly sunny morning. We're gonna get some really nice shots on top of the stream, and it's just not going that way. I thought, yeah, the clouds would burn off by now. They're just not. Oh, I love it. Yeah, yeah. Don't feel obligated. Don't do that. Don't feel obligated. Just hit the like button, or else. But no obligation. Is Sam listening to the burning ring of fire? And following that is a $3 super chat. Cheers, Graham. Much appreciated, mate. I sure hope he's not. I sure hope he's not. I hope he's feeling better and there's no burning on any rings of fire or anything. Cheers so much, mate. Much appreciated. You know, I did send him a follow-up message just before asking if he's feeling better. And I have not heard back from him. So just been told that there's a bit of an echo, so just trying to sort that out. Hopefully that fixes it. I've changed some settings on the camera microphone. Man, I swear, this computer and its echo. So waiting for our next arrival, which is going to be a Virgin 737 from Canberra. That's VA252. Rolf saying Sam will probably not want to show up at this point. Honestly, yeah, probably not. I'm sure he's seen a few of the comments that are being shared, and probably just like the relentless bullying from me, and he's like, nah, you know what? I'm already not feeling great. I'm not dealing with this. I'm going back to sleep. That's alright, we can have fun without him. Or you know what he'll do? This is my prediction. I reckon So we sort of plan to finish around like 9:30, just depending on we're going to try and get the junior. We're going to try and get the the China Southern takeoff, the Cathay takeoff, and I'm sure he's going to get here at like 9 o'clock. Be like, yeah, hey guys, I popped up. There we go, smooth touchdown from Canberra. Next on final approach, we've got our next international flight and heavy aircraft for the stream. It's going to be the Qantas A330 from Hong Kong as QF30. You know, it actually wasn't long ago that these were 747s. Like, I remember when I first got my license, like ages ago now, 7, 8 years ago, whatever it was. These were on the weekends 747s. So during the week it'd be A330s, on the weekends 747s, and that was just like every Saturday, Sunday morning, I'll drive out here and get any shot I can of it, just to preserve history. And I remember my mates were always like, on a Friday or a Saturday, like, oh, like Matt, come drinking with us, or come do this, or come do that. And that always had to be just a complete degenerate and be like, nah, sorry, can't. Like, oh, why? Oh, I got an early start. I never told him why. Like, I never said what the early start was for, because like I would have been judged, but just never went out because I'm like, nah, I know that the next day I have to get the Qantas 74. It's got to be done. And so glad I did. There we go, slowing down there on 1.6. Breaking a bunch of made up speed limits there. Still going so quick. And give me 1 sec, guys. Just got to swap the old batteries out. There we go, battery swapped. Alright, looking over towards the international terminal, we've got our next international departure pushing back. And that is the Vietjet. Now, I think, Tim, that is on a corner one. I think that's, yeah, the very corner bay. So they might go a little bit slower there. But as I was saying, that other AirAsia had no excuse. They'll park next to him. And Miss Wolf saying already hit 100 likes. That is awesome. Thank you, guys. Much appreciated. If you are enjoying the stream, do hit that like button. Best free way to support the streams and what we do here on Aviation Videography. And big ego boost for me. You know, we're all thinking it. I may as well say it. Come on, camera. Coming in here, we got Air New Zealand with their A320neo. And this one is coming in from Wellington as NZ253. There we go, taking that rapid exit. Whoa. Jetstar in front of us, making a noise. Wow, wee. Wow, wow, wee wah. And Graham. Oh, cheers, mate, for the $8 tip. Really, really appreciate it. And saying a little bird of me told me that Sam. Why does this always come up on my computer? There we go. A little birdie just told me that Sam needs to sit on the toilet just to sneeze. I think the best part is he's not even here to defend himself. Like you can just completely just rain fire on this poor guy, and he can't even do anything about it. And I'm certainly not going to defend him. Really appreciate it, mate. Yeah, you know how he is. He's a delicate little flower, and he has not messaged me back, so I'm assuming that he's still feeling a little bit unwell. You know, he's as you said, he's probably on the can right now, sneezing. Looks like we've got back-to-back Air New Zealand flights in a row, starting to look a little bit like Auckland here. This is Air New Zealand's A321neo from Christchurch. And it looks like that's going to also take the rapid exit. There you go, double trouble there with the Air New Zealands. No, get to the airport. We must get to the airport. Qantas 747 coming. Honestly, that's 18-year-old Matt still shares the same mindset there as 25-year-old Matt. Don't you worry about that. Oh well, here's a common one. On final approach, we've got Thai Airways A350 at 900 in the Star Alliance livery. That I'll tell you what, all summer this has come every couple of days, and I remember in the wintertime it never came, not once. And I was saying to a couple of guys out here, just like saying we're never gonna get it, and but the day we do get it, like when the cherry's been popped or the seal's been broken, it will come every other day, and that's exactly what's gone on. So TG465 coming in from Bangkok. And this is one of two Star Alliance A350s that visit Melbourne. Air China, on the rare occasion, will send their A350 in the Star Alliance livery here. It doesn't happen that often. Like, I can sort of count on my hand how many times it's actually been here with it throughout the year. But nonetheless, pretty awesome to see something a little bit different. Ah, there we go. Gavin, you and me both, mate. Literally, like, on my 18th birthday, I went to go get my license test, or my P's test or whatever, and passed. And literally the first thing I did was go home, get in the car, and go straight to the airport. Like, it's like, I don't know. It's just, it has to be done. It has to be done. I didn't even go out for like any reason in particular. It's not like something was coming that day. It's just I wanted to go to the airport. Like, I remember I was so pent up, you know, and then having the freedom to be able to go to the airport was like the best thing ever. And I was really getting into the whole filming thing. Like that was back in 2017. Like, I was really getting hooked on it. I was loving coming out here. I just got a tripod because I was filming freehand pretty much up until 2017. And I was like so interested in learning like how can I perfect the tripod? How do I find the best ways to pan and make this all come out smooth? Okay, well here's something you don't see every day. Back-to-back Star Alliance arrivals. On final approach, we got the Singapore 777-300ER, the albino Star Alliance. Coming in as SQ227. There's the thumbnail. Awesome to have having the two Star Alliance planes there. That's more speed limits broken. That definitely exist. And g'day Sydney. Thanks for tuning in this morning. Yeah, and Gavin, could not agree more. Awesome little A350. Also great to change it up a little bit. It's good to have the variety between just the standard Thai and that one as well. And Rolf, thank you so much, mate. Coming in there with a $5 super chat, saying for Sam's get well funds. Really appreciate it, mate. I'll put that towards a card and a few tablets of penicillin, and he'll be right as rain. I guarantee it. Thank you so much, mate. Seriously, really appreciate the support. It's been a pleasure having you join me here this morning and keep me company as we get through Melbourne's early morning rush together. And TriStar Darren, you know what? I'd have to sort of agree with you there. That purple is awesome. It's definitely something quite different, but still good to have a little bit of variety. Seeing Thai day in, day out, and Melbourne is fortunate enough to have it twice a day. So you do start to be, you start to get a little bit stir crazy seeing it all the time, but Star Alliance keeps it fresh and different. Same with Singapore. I mean, we got 5 flights of these a day. It's good to have something a bit different to, just have a look at. Like, for example, with United, I know it was sort of at the point where you just don't check them. It's like, all right, like we only get the 787-9s. Like, it's either going to be the new or old livery. And then they introduced that sustainable something livery. The one with the blue on the back. I think it just started flying last month. And then now you check it every night before you go to bed. Like, is it going to be that United? And it just brings that little spark of joy. And looks like we have Capital on the move. On the left-hand side of the screen, that's going to be taxiing down to the end of runway 16. We've got a few international departures making their way down there. Vietjet is at the end of the runway, going to be going to Hanoi. We have the Batik 737 off to Denpasar, which is just after it. Capital Airlines taxiing up to Hangzhou. And on final approach, we have the Retro Roo. The 737 wearing the... Oh man, I want to say what, the 1980s livery? I think it is. Camera. Stop playing. Don't play games. This poor guy, Sam, is being absolutely flamed, and there's nothing he can do about it. Serves him right for not being here. Graham with a $2 or $3 super chat there for his toilet roll fund. Oh man, this poor guy. And the amount of terrible images or mental images I'm getting right now. Like first it's the streaming diapers, now it's this. It's still too early, guys. It's only 8 o'clock. It's give me to at least 9. Here you go, Graham. Dedicate this one to you, mate. Looks like it's taking that rapid exit as well. Oh, bloody hell, Graham, you cracked me up. You cracked me up. No, get out. Are we seriously getting both of them? Oh, that's wild. That is wild. Like, when you think about it, right, the chances of that are really low. Like, how many 777-300s do they have? And they've only got 2 Star Alliance. Getting both of them on the only 2 777s we get from them is pretty cool. There you go, Gavin. Between the two of us, we've just gotten 20 years of good luck. At the end of runway 16, Vietjet is going, and going fast. I've just got to get the camera set. Here we go. Vietjet operating as VJ94 going to Hanoi. It's an Airbus A330-300 departing on runway 16. Let's see if we can hear that engine rumble. There we go. Let's see if we can get this 220 on final approach for 16. Whoop. Tripod's getting a little sticky. So I've been taking it out in some really hot weather lately. And I think that's starting to play a little bit on the fluid inside. There we go. That slowed down way too quick. Wow. You know, they've listened to Matt's made up speed limits on the runway. I haven't even set like an actual speed limit, but they knew. They're like, oh, since he hasn't actually put a number to it, we've got to be careful. We're gonna go as slow as we can. John, absolutely. I don't know if you actually saw, but they just announced a plan of what they're going to do, and they're going to build a bunch of new gates onto the international terminal. Like it's this massive terminal expansion that just got approved. It's going to take a little bit of time for it to actually, come into swing, come into play. But when it does, it's going to be just what we need. On finals, we have Air India's 787 operating as AI308 coming in from Delhi. Here we go. Now it's getting busy. Damn, if only they sent the Star Alliance one in. That would have been cool. Getting that just above the 350. Maybe that would have been a thumbnail. All right, looks like taking off on 1-6, we're going to have the Bartik 737 MAX 8. Heading off to Denpasar as OD 178. There we go. Barking on its 5-hour journey. They've got some really, really cool liveries, the Bartik 73 Maxes. They got the new Flight of Malaysia 2026 ones, which is awesome. And I think we caught it on the last stream that Sam and I did. And looking at the chat, holy moly. Our friends up in Brizzy, Julia Flight, Gavin and Julia, with a $10 super chat there, saying coffee fund, keep up the great work. Guys, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Definitely going to be needed after the old 4:30 a.m. start. Although I think Gavin would be shaking his head thinking, oh, like, come on, man up, after his 2 graveyard shifts. But seriously appreciate it, guys. And keen to get back up to Brizzy, especially with Sam, and have another awesome time spotting there in Australia's 3rd busiest airport. We're seconds. Just wanted to put that in there. And Gavin going crazy right now, saying Cadbury favourites for the Get Well stuff with a $5 super chat. Oh man. I'm just gonna go to Sam's house. So what? We've got toilet rolls I got to get. We've got Cadbury favourites, and then I'm gonna get some penicillin for him. We're gonna go to his place. I'm gonna give all that and say courtesy from Gavin, Rolf, Graham, and get better soon, mate. He's gonna be so shocked. He's not really gonna know what to say. That's gonna be the best. But seriously, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it, guys. And I'm keen to get back up there and try this 20-year aged wine. I am so keen. And TriStar Darren there with 5 gifted memberships. Absolute superstar. Holy moly. So Johnny, Orf, 397 LM, and Rolf, please do thank TriStar Darren for your free month of memberships. I actually don't know what Sam's been doing with that lately. I haven't asked. That's all on. That's what he's been doing. But I hope you enjoy the benefits that you get from that. I think we've got some stickers on here, but really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, TriStar Darren. Absolute legend. And glad you've been joining me this morning, keeping me company as we transition through the morning rush of Melbourne. And it's been pretty good. It's been very busy. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Like, really boosting my mood here on the Saturday morning. Camera is not boosting my mood though. We'll say that. The focus on it's acting up today. There we go. This is going to be Jetstar flight JQ505 from Sydney. Completing its 1-hour journey. And honestly, like that, I think that's the best part, isn't it? That Sam's not here to defend himself. Like, he can be absolutely flamed. Like, you can have no mercy on this poor guy. This poor guy who's probably sick, like in bed right now. He's got a heat pack, or maybe even an ice pack, you know, on his forehead. He's lying back, just feeling like complete death. Probably got cold sweats. And then he opens his phone like, oh, let's see how the live stream's going. I hope Matt's okay out there. And then he just sees us just absolutely roasting him. Oh man, what a way to feel better. And I think it's great. But that's just me. That's the kind of friend I am. We've got Gavin saying come back anytime. You know, you'll regret that. I'll take you up on that offer at the most impractical time. Like, unintentionally, of course, but I will take you up on that because I am so keen to come back. Like, I really had a blast that last Brizzy trip, and then meeting the Brisbane posse. We've got to do another one of those nights, Gavin. We've got to all go back out. I have many more questions as well for one of the ATC tower people of Brisbane who shall remain nameless. But many things to ask. And Sasha, g'day Sasha, tuning in all the way from Saudi Arabia. Say hi, guys. Looking fantastic in Melbourne. Yeah, yeah, looking very Melbourne, isn't it? This is what you expect to see. I know at least when I tune into a Melbourne stream, I'm expecting a little bit cloudy, a little bit like. You know, it was supposed to be perfect weather as well. And Tim, absolutely. I was actually there on my own channel, HD Melbourne Aviation. Um, I did a lot of filming around Perth last winter. I think for about 6 days straight. Just absolutely no lifed it. Just was out there at all sorts of crazy times. Even made friends with the security guy who locked the the spotting area and said, "Yo, can you take me here after hours sometimes?" And he's like, "Yeah, okay." uh, but yeah, if you want to see that, check out my channel. I think Sam's done maybe some filming in Perth. I know he was there like a couple years ago. But Perth is awesome. I actually love it. There's so much different and unique stuff over in Perth. Like all the Fokkers, all the weird FIFO airlines. Definitely awesome. Graham, oh my god, the support this morning, Graham. You are a superstar. Holy moly. Another $3 super chat there saying Sam popping Cadbury favorites. Oh no. Oh, there's a double meaning in that. No, 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 no. Oh man. That's a bit yucky. I'm going to distract myself with this Capital Airlines departure. This one is going off as JD 386 off to Hangzhou. Definitely one of the cooler liveries flying around. Absolutely love it. You know, I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Chinese airlines, they know how to make a special livery. And I am so keen to see their pink one. Because, I mean, it pretty much looks like that, just pink. Yeah, bummer. I feel like that's another double meaning right there too, Sydney. uh, yeah, I'm sure he's watching on his phone. You know, too weak and frail to defend himself in the chat even. But you know, laughter's the best medicine, isn't it? So maybe he's having a bit of a laugh. Maybe that's healing him before I can get the penicillin into him, courtesy of Rolf. Yeah, that's me. I know. Why am I on this channel? What am I doing? Look, long story, but you know, we scheduled this last night. Uh, we got up this morning. Sam said he was sick, and you know it was all scheduled. So I said, look, I'm happy to come out. I'll take the gear from you. I'll set it up, and if you feel better, come out and join me. Um, it's not the first time that we've just cancelled streams like out of the blue, and I just didn't want to do that, especially since I was already up. Like I was awake, I was in the car already, so I thought, oh yeah, like I'm not gonna go back to bed anyway. So let's put on a show. So usually Sam and I co-host this together because it's his channel, but I thought I'd take on for the team here and help him out. And there we go, Jetstar flight 121 off to Nandi. Right, I was not expecting that. I kind of, look, low-key forgot that they flew to Nandi, but they do. So that's going to embark on a 5-hour journey to, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful areas of the world. And Matt knocking it out of the park. No, I really appreciate that. You know, little ego boost there. Not really, but nah, cheers, mate. Much appreciated. This is some serious dedication to your mate's channel. Yeah, you know, Sam will help me out as well. It goes both ways. You know, you gotta help each other out. And plus, this plane spotting thing can get really tiring sometimes. Like, there has been times where I've called on Sam, like, "Hey, do you reckon you can go film this for us instead?" And on departure here, we have Qantas flight QF171 off to Wellington. Rocketing out. Alright, they're about to head across the... Is it the pond or the ditch? I always like get mixed up. One of them's to Tassie and one of them's to New Zealand. And TriStar Darren there, you legend, with a £2 super chat. Amazing. Thank you so much, mate. Honestly, the support this morning has been incredible. Really do appreciate it, guys. Definitely has been, I'd say, a bit on the hard side. I haven't done a solo stream for ages, for years. It's usually been with Sam to have someone to sort of back you up. Really, really do appreciate it, honestly. And it's been good to hold down the fort. Oh, it actually is, though. That Capital livery, awesome, awesome job. Really well done by them. Honestly, Capital Airlines in general, they have some really cool specials. I'm all for it. And yeah, definitely, Tim. I've been meaning to sort of get down that way, but never really been anything too interesting in terms of like just general traffic there for me to be too convinced. But the museum looks great. I, you know, he's Sam loves a good Turkish delight. That's his favorite. I just, I actually loved you just completely flaming this poor guy. Like, he's just getting no break from you. Like, I genuinely think that he's like in the chat, but he's not saying anything because he just knows like he's gonna be roasted twice as hard. Aw, Sasha. Alright, we're waiting for some action. Looks like a little bit of a lull at the moment. Not really much landing or taking off. Definitely on the quiet side. So looking at what is inbound, most of the heavies are sort of a little bit out. We do have the Qantas 380 in about 40 minutes. That's going to be our next heavy arrival by the looks of it. And as far as our departures go, we're going to have, we're going to have the Cathay Pacific there. That's going to be heading off. We're going to have that Junior. We're going to have China Southern. Looks like the sun's starting to come out as well. You know, only 2.5 hours late, but that's okay. That is what it is. Nonetheless, it will be good to get some sunny shots, I hope. I could not agree more. You know, if you're not here to defend yourself, expect to get grilled. That's what I say. uh, what I'll do, right? If he's not in the chat lurking and he is genuinely too sick, because I'm looking at his thing and he hasn't been active for 2 hours. Pretty much when I saw him, and I grabbed the stuff from him. I will show him this chat when I drop everything back off to him, and I'll show him what people are saying, and I'll be like, hey man, if you don't want this to happen again, I highly suggest that you come out next time. Sick or not, bring it. Oh, you know what? I'll say here, Graham got you this roll of toilet paper, so you're set, mate. And Lindsay joining in, saying morning from sunny Taz. Well, can you give that to us, please? Like, can you share? Thank you, because it's trying. I mean, the sun's burnt a little bit of a hole in the clouds, but sunny would be nice. But anyway, thought I'd open YouTube on a larger screen, but couldn't figure out why the live stream was out of sync. Melbourne Flyer is live streaming there too. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I saw that they were streaming. I think we're gonna like essentially treat it like relay. I'm gonna finish up probably around 9:15, get the Qantas 380, get the departures, and then sort of wrap up, and they'll probably continue on for a little bit. And yeah, of course, trust our Darren. We'll stay for the Qantas 380. We'll do it. Well, the junior is going to depart at about 9 o'clock. So we're going to stay around for that. Qantas 380 is at 9:15. You know, Matt T1000. You know, he'll robot it out. He'll stay for it. Yeah, he will. He'll be holding a grudge as well. He'll be like, Graham. Yeah, good to see you, mate. Yeah. Missed you last time since I was sick, mate. He really just he's gonna be very shardy. His birthday, that's already passed. It was in January. It was pretty much like a week after we streamed last. Yeah, time zones be crazy. Alright, well. Where's the planes? What's going on? Guys, I promise you, this is Australia's second busiest airport. And like, the world's 60th busy airport or whatever. Whatever Google tried to tell me when I searched it up. Can't you tell? Can't you tell from all the landings and taking offs that happen how busy it is? Let's go check out the naughty corner. Let's see what's going on with the naughty planes. Not much. See, this is where you need Sam. This is where you need someone else. Then he can tell you a story of what shenanigans we've gotten up to. This is sort of like when we first started streaming here at Melbourne. it was this quiet like 90% of the time when nothing was happening because it was still kind of like COVID restrictions. Like it wasn't really like all the restrictions were lifted, but like not in Asia yet. So there was barely any Asian carriers. So there'd be like 8 heavies in the morning, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna stick it out from 6 to 12. And then it was like this because the domestics were all in waves. Like you'd have them all arrive, then there'd be nothing, and then they'd all depart, then there'd be nothing, then you know, so on and so on. That's exactly what it was. It's just like this. You know, it's actually kind of crazy when you think about it as well, because last time we streamed, it was all 3-4, and it was a Saturday as well, and it was never this quiet. Nah, genuinely, John, it's like a proper smoko break right now, and or like the strikes or something that I don't know about. Matt's story time. Oh no. I don't even know what to even talk about. What stories do we have? I think I've told everyone about the well, I think Sam has about the charcuterie board in Miami in 40 degrees. Like we're just absolute knuckleheads. Like for those who haven't heard it. Oh no, 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 Port Moresby. No, no, that's still PTSD written all over it. We're not going to talk about that one. that one. That one wasn't even like a silly mistake. That one was just bullshit. That's as simple as that. Just plain old bullshit. Yeah, I think we should go back to roasting Sam. We've got some time now. Let's think. How do we roast Sam? On his own channel without him here. I think that's the best one. Sam is so lame that you know what? I'm never gonna roast him. He doesn't deserve it. He's sick. Yeah, honestly, he has been, hasn't he? Oh, here we go. Tristar Darren, you know, you've got some good story prompts here. This is what we like to hear. Tell us about LAX. Bot of Heaven or Sucker's Paradise? Alright. Slightly controversial, and I know that. And that's all good. I don't rate LAX. I don't like it. I think that it is very overrated as a place to plane spot. Okay, yeah. You got some heavies coming in. Half of them are going to go to the other runway. The other half are going to be the ones you don't want. There's been so many times where I'm just sitting around and you wait like 2 hours for a heavy. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, I always thought LAX is always like raved on to be this like really busy place. And yeah, it's busy. But there's like a lot of just boring stuff. Like, it's just Southwest and American. Like, I think in the US, Chicago and JFK are miles ahead of LAX. Miles ahead. Far more interesting, in my opinion. And JFK especially, like, that place is just insane. But then, like, you know, Anchorage as well, it's just so much busier. Or not busier, so much more interesting. Like, heck, I'll take San Francisco over LAX. And even just, like, the surrounding area of LAX is not, I would say, ideal. It is very sketchy. Like, we got our stuff stolen in LAX. Like, it's definitely a place you got to be wary about. It's just, yeah. So I think for me personally, I know definitely controversial. I don't particularly like it. And if it wasn't for it being the connection point from Australia, because LAX is like the main sort of hub for Australia and for access into Australia and access into the US from Australia, I probably wouldn't be there anywhere near as much as I have been. Yeah, I'm taking over the channel. Nah, not really. Can't even run my own. I was actually having a laugh about that with Sam the other night, where I try and upload a video every 3 days, and that just never happens. Like, just can't even run my own channel. At least Sam's a lot more organized. He's always got that video up every week. Maybe less organized with the streams, but you know, it's still he's doing better than me. And no, San Diego I've never done. I know that there's a car park, and a lot of people get a little bit, well, just a lot of people. Security don't like you being up there. Like, I know that there's a lot of issues, so I've never actually given it a try, but one day I might. But I think that's the only West Coast like main airport that I haven't actually been to. And I think on the days where I thought, yeah, I might actually drive down there just to give it a go, like when I was in California, um, I always pick something else. Like, you know, it'd be like, oh yeah, drive an hour and a half down there, or drive an hour into the desert for maybe a chance of getting the Strato launcher. And then I'll choose the desert. But I will say that's definitely my favorite place in California. The desert out there is awesome. Like the atmosphere out there, like you just, it's so vast and so cool, and the roads are so quiet. And I love that. I love the fact that, like, okay, so when you're driving in Los Angeles itself, it doesn't really matter what time of day, the traffic is always horrendous. Like, obviously, around peak periods, it's just so bad you just, you know, rather drive into a tree, but it's really, really bad. But in the desert, it's not. All times of the day, it's great. Like, you drive, you can guarantee that if you want to be, like, from, if you're in Lancaster and you want to get to Mojave, I can guarantee you it's going to take like 15 minutes, no matter what time of day. Whereas LA, it's like, yeah, if you want to get to Ontario from LA, like, you know, if you do it at 3 a.m., yeah, okay, it's like 20 minutes. If you want to do it at any other time of the day, it's anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. It's like, oh my god. No, no, no. Darren, that is a brilliant question. Absolutely brilliant. In my opinion, Anchorage. Anchorage is like the must-go-to, must-visit. Any plane spotter will love Anchorage. There is so much cool stuff there. As long as you're not too afraid of the bears, because they are around, you get some awesome stuff. And you never really know what you're going to get, because it's that, like, that airport that connects Asia to the US, like for a fuel stop. So just random stuff pops in there, just delivery flights and all sorts of weird things. Like when we were there, the firebombing EQ-130s came in because they were in Asia and they were coming back to the States. And we even got the Omega 707 there, and that was, yeah, doing some mission in Japan, I think, and then it was coming back to the States. So instead of flying all the way back to California, they stopped in Anchorage, which is pretty sweet. So definitely a must-visit place. No, that's exactly it. California desert, it's where it's at. That would be my go-to place. But yeah, unless you're driving around California at 3 a.m., just don't. Just seriously don't, for your own mental health. There goes your little 220. So finally, the lull is starting to dissipate here. We've got the Cathay Pacific 777 pushing back. It's going to be our next heavy departure of the stream. G'day, Kirsten. Welcome back. And honestly, spotting in Asia and Australia, you very rarely encounter any snakes. Alright, so I've been living in Australia all my life. I can count on my hand how many times I've seen a snake. Like, not that many. And I've never been in a situation where, you know, I've ever had, like where I've ever been sort of fearful that a snake's gonna bite me. Around the airports, I've never really seen any snakes ever. I know at Cairns, there's snakes around there. In fact, I've actually seen gators more than I've seen snakes. Spiders, you're not really going to encounter anything too bad. I think the only time I've sort of been a little bit on edge with spotting, so I was in Malaysia, and there's this like plantation spot. So essentially you've got to walk through this really, really foresty, like uncleared, like, you know, nature still owns it kind of place. So you got to walk through there for about 20 minutes. And locals warned us that there was king cobras, golden orb weaving spiders, which are like the spiders that are the size of your hand, boars, you name it, like all the dangerous stuff. But as an Aussie, I kind of feel like, you know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Not going to worry about that. Plus, king cobras are kind of cute. So, so went through there. We did see a boar, but even through there, where the locals were saying they're everywhere, I think I only saw one spider, one orb weaver, and I didn't see any king cobras. We saw a boar. We saw lots of evidence of more boars, but we only saw one of them. So I don't really think the wildlife is as big of a threat or as prevalent as you'd expect. At least that's sort of my 2 cents on it. But in Melbourne, I've never seen a snake near the airport ever, and Sydney, I've never seen one near the airport. Brizzy, I've seen a actually, that's an interesting story as well. When I was in Brisbane 2 weeks ago with Gavin, I was doing some spotting late at night, and around the back of Brizzy, there's like this, like where the hangars are. It's like a marsh. It's like a very swampy kind of area, and think about it. It's torrential rain, middle of the night. It's still hot. It is hot, like 25 degrees. Humidity's at 80%. Perfect weather for snakes still. And so I'm driving down the road. You know, lots and lots of toads, heaps of those, and lots of just sticks on the road. At least that's what I thought they were. Nah, they're brown snakes. Lots of them. So there's quite a few of those around there actually, but I've only ever seen them at night. During the day, I've never seen any snakes around Brizzy. And that's like the first time I was actually sort of like reminded, like, oh yeah, there's snakes here. And honestly, that was like my favorite thing I've ever caught. Like that is like my trump card. You know, when anyone's like, "Oh yeah, I went here and got this," I'm like, "Yeah, but I got the Stargazer." Like, "Oh yeah, do you have this? Do you have this?" Nah, but I have the Stargazer. It's the trump card. It's the plane spotting trump card. You can't beat it. Look, I'm a big believer in you can eat whatever you want for brekkie. Doesn't matter what time. Heck, actually, before the stream, I had a triple cheeseburger from Macca's, and that was at like 5 a.m., 5:30, whatever it was. Whenever I picked up the gear from Sam, so, more power to you, I suppose. More power. That's it. All right, Kirsten. This is how I see it. Right. What we lack in the ability to deal with the cold, like you Canadians, we make up for in our ability to handle just terrifying animals. But you know what? To be fair, you guys have bears, and I think bears are probably like more scary than every single animal that we have combined. Like, you know, gators and all that, they're whatevs. Like, if they're on land, you can outrun them. Like, if you get into water with them, it's sort of game over. But bears, you're screwed. Like, if you run into a bear and they want you, you just give up. You're not going to beat that. Yeah, actually, yeah, that was Hong Kong. I wasn't there, so I can't back it up. But he was saying that he was going down this like bushy area, which is 100% true. Like, to get to the spot, it is incredibly like dense with trees. And he was saying that he did see I think we nailed it down to a viper, a diamondback viper or something, based on like the shape of its head. And yeah, he just went the other way. It was the most un-Australian thing he possibly could have done. Like, when you see that, you're supposed to keep going and say, "Oh yeah, you can't hurt me. I'm Australian, mate." Throw some Tim Tams at it, she'll be right. But nah, Sam's got survival instincts. He walked the other way. Yeah, see, that's just wild to me. Like, honestly, there is nothing more frightening to me than a bear. Like, coming up close with a bear as an Australian, terrifying. I'll take a snake any day. Like, actually, no, you know what? I think there's a story that has to be told about snakes. So, I've got a mate who comes out here, and he does photography at Melbourne. So, very Aussie guy. Also, he's a little bit crazy sometimes, like with some of the stints that he does. Like, for example, he'll like sleep overnight in like the international car park in Sydney, kind of thing, when it was open. Um, so he's in Arizona, right? He's trying to get the A10s. So they're in the middle of the desert, Um, so he said he was out there, middle of nowhere, middle of the desert, no civilization sort of around. And he's got his deck chair out, he's got his big gulp, and he's got his camera facing down, like on the ground. Like, you know how you extend the lens out, you put it down, because that's like the best way to balance it. So he's got that. So one of the A10s starts, it starts its engine runs and all that. It's turned on, it's getting ready to go. And he, gets up, he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to grab my camera and start getting some shots. So he goes to his camera, and there's a rattlesnake right next to his camera, and like sort of sussing it out, like, his food bag with his big gulp is like right sort of next to his camera, so it's like sort of going in, looking in the bag, like coming out sort of around his camera. So he's like, okay, like, we'll sort of see what happens. Snake was not going anywhere. It was just staying there. So he's, thinking, this thing's going to take off like really, really soon. What am I going to do? So the plane starts, getting towards the end of the runway. It's turning onto the runway to line up. Snake is not budging. This guy kicks the snake. He kicks it like a football, because he's like, well, it's not going anywhere, so I'm going to move it. Who does that? He's walked up to it, like, like boom, just kick. And he's kicked this snake hard enough that it's gone flying. It's moved right away. He gets his camera. He starts taking the photos of his of the A10s, and he says that for the entire day, this thing was like rattling at him, like and like you're doing that, like, that rattle, like with its tail, like that it's threatening him. And he said, yeah, he was doing it for hours, like, but he wasn't too worried. But the snake was like so on edge about this guy, because it's probably never been kicked like that before. Like, who kicks a snake? And I've just got this mental image in my mind, like this guy, like, in the what's it called, the NRL, and you got the the kickoff, and they hold the ball down and you kick it. That's what I'm imagining. That's how I'm imagining he's kicked this snake, and it's just gone flying. Like, this snake's gone airborne, and I'm just thinking, like, only Australians would do that. Like, no one else would do that with a snake. Only an Australian. Like, and to me, it's just the most crazy thing in the world, honestly. But seriously, the whole, like, the bears things, you're crazy, Kirsten. You're crazy. I don't know how you do that. They're terrifying. They can outrun you. They can out-strength you. They can out-everything you. You can't really hide because, they smell you. And then follow up on that story, right? Apparently he goes out the next day because the A10s are doing more flights. So he goes out the next day and he meets up with some locals and all that. And they were warning him, like, oh yeah, don't go to that spot. It's infested with snakes. And he's like, oh, well, I can't tell him that I've been there. And like, I've basically bullied the ecosystem. Because he's like, I'll look like a psycho. So, oh yeah, I'll stay away from that area. And like, I don't think I ever laughed so hard in my life. When he's explaining this story to me, I'm just like imagining this. I'm just like, holy moly. Like, you guys are, like, Aussies are insane. We are nuts. And Gavin, I could not agree more. Absolutely worth for an A10. I don't know if I'd have the guts to do the same, to be honest, but, you know, the thought would definitely cross my mind. So we've got Cathay slowly making its way to the end of 1-6. Hopefully the lull is sort of over. It's been a bit of a slow 30 minutes here at old Tullamarine, the world's 60th busiest airport. Really want to just get that out there. This is the 60th busiest airport. There is like think about how many airports are in the world, and this is 60th, and there's been nothing going on for 30 minutes. But we've got the Cathay to Hong Kong, the 777-300 with the One World. That's making its way up to the end of runway 16. China Southern 330 has just pushed back. And, oh, Junior is like pushing back alarmingly fast. Now, Tim, if you're still there, that was parked on a corner one. What are we going to do about that? Look how fast they're pushing that back. No. That's not... Sasha, that is not embarrassing. If anything, that's like... That's cool. That's macho. It's crazy. Like, don't get me wrong, it's crazy, but it's macho. So, Junior being pushed back by... clearly an F1 racer, with how quick that's happened. What is it? Max Verstappen or whatever his name is. I think he's pushing him back. Let's see. Alright, guys, we can see him getting out of the car there. Is that Max? I think that's Max Verstappen. Yeah, look at him. Oh, look how fast he's like detaching the tug as well. That guy's quick. Sam's still getting roasted. Oh, that's too funny. Well, do I have to fund some toilet rolls for you, mate? Return the favor. And Flywings, cheers for tuning in, mate. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoy your night. And of course, I remember the weird food combinations. I still don't think it was weird food. I was just genuinely curious, getting into the psyche of a strange individual. Absolutely, caravan driver indeed, expert. That was really quick though. Like, this guy's got a lot of experience camping. So, looking over to runway 27, we're going to have the All Blacks A321neo departure to Auckland as NZ120. So that should appear around the corner any minute now to embark on its 3-hour journey. I want to say across the ditch. I think that's what it is. And across... No, it's got to be across the pond. I don't know. It's one of those sayings. You know what it is. Hey! That's right in the funny bone right there, because that is so true. Well, you know, spotters of the present also say that too. Oh no, tripod, what are you doing? Oh dear. Oh no. Anyways, there's the New Zealand. I think the poor tripod, it needs to get tender loving care from a physician. I've been trying to figure out where to actually take the tripods in to get serviced. So, I didn't even know that was a thing, but Bart from V1 Aviation swears black and blue you can get tripod serviced. Like, you get the fluid in it replenished. Because, you know, the grease in it, it wears down over time. It gets, and then you get the little, like, air bubbles. Or, like, the, you know, what feels like an air bubble, where, like, the fluid has worn down enough that you get less friction. And he swears he's not messing with me, but this poor tripod needs to get serviced so badly. Okay, so across the pond, that's New Zealand. And across the ditch is Tasmania. Right, Sasha? Please clarify. Also, go easy on me. I haven't had my morning coffee yet. And I've been awake now for like 4 hours. So please go easy on me. I'm sensitive and fragile. And defining now, we got Cathay Pacific CX134. The 777-300 One World Scheme. About to embark on its 9-hour journey to Honkers. Yeah, wow, okay, that took a lot of runway. I don't know if it was just me, but let's try to get a close-up of that one. That's so cool. It's like cloud surfing. Oh, awesome, Neil. How busy is it over in Da Nang? And no, never actually spotted there in St. Martin. Although I kind of think I missed the golden days of that. Like it looks kind of boring now, not gonna lie. Like it's, you just got a KLM and Air France 330, like no more cargo 72s. No, not really much interest on my end. Yeah, honestly, like I don't know how he does it. The Amsterdam weather is just not nice. You know, Melbourne has this reputation where it's, you know, 4 seasons in one day, but it's got nothing on Amsterdam. That place is insane. Even in the summertime, like it's 4 seasons in 5 minutes, really. And Neil, you absolute superstar. Thank you so much, mate. With a $8 super chat there saying for some coffee from downstairs. I really, really appreciate it, dude. A lot. Thank you so much. Definitely going to be much needed. Um, until I have my morning coffee, I'm still fragile and tender. So that will definitely help me out here after I finish off the stream this morning. I really appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. Come at the perfect time because the lull is over. We're finally getting a bit of heavy action, even getting a bit of arrivals again because that was looking a bit bleak as well. But really appreciate that, Matt. Thank you so much. Coming in, we got Virgin Flight VA816 coming in from Sydney. Milk Run. Hey, don't forget Rainy. Melbourne loves throwing Rainy when you don't want it to. Like, for example, when something like a rare plane is coming in, and you're like, oh, that's going to be fantastic in the sun. And you look at the forecast, it's like, nah, it's going to rain all day. Generally, how it happens. Like Melbourne Airport, it's Murphy's Airport, really. That's what I'm going to call it because it just does not work. There's actually a whole thing that I was chatting to some guys out here about where Melbourne, like, okay, there's three elements to plane spotting, right? It's good runway, good weather, good planes. Like those are your three elements. And Melbourne, you will never get all three. Like if you get good weather, you'll probably have either the bad runway or just standard boring planes. Like nothing, no standouts, no highlights. Right? If you have a good plane, generally the weather's going to be bad or the runway's going to be bad. Like it'll be 2-7. Like it happens every single time. I remember we got Air India 747 for a presidential visit years and years ago, right? And you think, holy moly, that's incredible. That is a really really good catch. A passenger 747, we don't even get those anymore, and it's Air India. So, let's check the weather. Oh yeah, no, it's drenched, pissing down with rain. Oh, and it's also the bad runway 27 with strong 80-kilometer winds. It's just it's like okay, we'll never get all three in a row. It just does not happen. It's like the Melbourne Airport phenomena. So we've got the two Chinese carriers almost down the end of runway 16 for their departure. We've also got a Qantas 737 arrival coming in from Sydney as QF 419. That's about to touch down here on runway 16. Graham once again with a $3 super chat, absolutely taking Sam, just dragging him under the bus there. Fragile and tender sounds like Sam at the moment. Don't forget sore and bloody from excessive wiping. Thank you so much, mate. Honestly, it's been great fun having you here this morning. And Sam's got a lot to catch up on when he gets back. I can't wait to fill him in on all the things that we've been saying. It's going to give him that little push not to get sick on stream mornings. Taking off now, we have the newest airline, Junyao Air, off to Shanghai as HO1656. Dedicate this one to you, Graham. Thank you so much, mate, for your awesome support this morning. Oh, camera, what are you doing? Let's see if we can catch this one cloud surfing. And there we go. Let's turn our attention back to the end of 1-6. So we should have that China Southern A330 departure in just a moment, which will be going off to Guangzhou. uh, yeah, it could be a sign there, mate. It could be. I don't know. Don't want to stand on Sam's toes, especially while he's so under the weather. But yeah, no, I have been thinking about it, but I just don't have the time to do it consistently. Like, this is the first time in the last month where I've actually had a free morning where I'm like, yeah, you know what, I could come out with you, Sam. Let's do it. But if my time does free up a bit more, I'd love to sort of get back out here and do this a bit more regularly, with or without Sammy. And yeah, now awesome news. Great to finally see a second US legacy carrier here. So it's a bit of a long wait though. I mean, it's like 11 months before the flights actually commence. It's like end of December, isn't it? So it's it's so far away. It's not quite real yet. You know what I mean? But we'll be good. That's going to be great to get on stream. Hopefully, Sam is not sick by then and has gotten better, and that we can get the inaugural on stream. On departure now, we have CZ644 off to Guangzhou. Fantastic conditions on that one. Absolutely fantastic. So the lull is well and truly over. We've got a United 787 on final approach for runway 16. Camera. There we go. It's got no excuse now. There's so much contrast. The autofocus should not be playing up. But this is going to be UA98 from Los Angeles. Oh, look, it's double LA Express. We've got the United 787, and we have the Qantas from LA, the A380, right behind it. That is awesome. Back-to-back LAX Express. About to touch down here on runway 16. Hopefully next summer we get the United 777 back. Because this summer it's just stayed as the double daily 7.8s. There we go, vacating at taxiway Juliet. That's awesome as well. You can see like the sunlight lighting up the coils of the engine there. It's hitting it at just the right spot. Hopefully it translates through the stream feed, because on the screen that I've got here, it looks awesome. So we'll see if we can get that just turning down the taxiway here before the A380 comes in, because I can sort of see it's getting a bit close. On the right hand side, we got Qantas flight QF94, the legacy route here in Melbourne. The LAX Express. This one always turns heads. Used to be the 747 back in the day. Now it's the 380. And sometimes also the 787. But Saturday mornings, perfect, because you get the 380 on it. Absolutely ginormous. Look at it, bloody whale. I don't know, the word that always comes to mind when I see a 380 is like a blubbernaut. It's just so massive. There we go, taxiing in towards the international terminal. That's awesome. So we've got 3 A380 flights on the stream today. So we've got the Emirates departure right at the beginning, the Emirates arrival maybe like at 7 AM, and then we got this one arriving now at 9. So it's pretty solid, 3. Definitely no complaints from me. Let's catch up on the chat. We do have a Vietnam A350 on finals as well. And that will probably be the last one for me. Gotta get back, give Sam his equipment back, and get on with the editing I need to get done today for the video I'm putting up on my own channel. Let's have a look here. Let's see what I've missed out on. Oh shoot! TriStar Darren. gifting 5 aviation videography memberships. Don't even know what to say, mate. Honestly, thank you so much. Your support this morning's been awesome. Keep me company. Keep me from going stir crazy out here chasing the planes. Gavin, Real Greens, Navy Jack, Mark, and Angus. Thank TriStar Darren for your free month of AV memberships. I can't tell you what you get for that. I really do apologize. Like, it's not my channel. That's usually up to Sam, but there's definitely some perks, so do enjoy those. And I think Sam's got some member videos. I'm pretty sure he does. But seriously, thank you so much, TriStar Darren. Dedicate that Qantas A380 to you. You know what? I'll dedicate this Vietnam A350 to you and Gavin, because I see Gavin has also put together a Matt streaming fund. Also, your 5th super chat, mate. I think all 5 has been on here. I feel very special. Cheers, mate. I will put that aside for the Matt streaming fund. So dedicate this one to you guys, Gavin and TriStar Darren. This is Vietnam Airlines VN781 popping in from Ho Chi Minh City. Got to be the best looking 350. Well, actually, you know what? On par is the best looking 350 in Melbourne, because we do have the Sichuan ones, which are pretty awesome. They got all the different like Panda liveries. Oh wow, it's actually taking the rapid exit. Was not expecting that. Here we go. I'll never get over how cool it looks like when the sun shines through the engines. So I'm just looking at the radar at the moment. We still do have a couple of heavies coming in within like the next 10 minutes. Do I stay? What do you guys think? Should I do it? I didn't realize that everything was so close still. We've got what do we have here? Alright, look, we have another United in about 25 minutes. We got China Southern in 10 minutes, Shanghai in 15 minutes, and the Malaysia A330 Neo in look, it says 35 minutes, but it'd be more like 20 or 25. What do I do? Do I stay, guys? Do I do it? Gavin saying stay. Mark saying stay. Alright, hang on. I'm going to put up a poll here, just quickly. Hang on. Poll is up. What do I do? I'm leaning towards staying. I may as well. 20 minutes never hurt anyone. In the meantime, we've got this Qantas taking off. People have spoken. Oh my god, 95%. Oh dear. I don't even have a choice. I don't even have a choice. Well, hang on. Let me just swap the batteries real quick. All right. Let's just catch up on the chat here. Holy moly. All right, Neil, with $8 for another coffee. I am going to be caffeinated up and I am all for it, mate. I am absolutely all for it. Thank you so much. I cannot wait. Honestly, I'm daydreaming about that coffee right now. Daydreaming. Thinking about, like, all right, you know what? If anything, like the wait, like the anticipation of drinking the coffee is almost just as good as the coffee. Cannot wait for it. It's gonna be good. But I can survive another 10 minutes, 20 minutes for that one. But thank you so much, seriously. And Graham, you need to stop, mate. Holy moly, that is 6 or 7 super chats already this stream. Like, holy moly. And who's Sam? He's don't worry about that guy. He's I think he's the guy on the toilet. He's gonna be like Elvis if he keeps up. But thank you so much, mate. Honestly, holy moly. And Gavin as well. You need to stop. Holy, I don't even know what to say. Get well, Sam. Nah, screw that guy. Who's Sam? But seriously, guys, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. I can't forget TriStar Darren there. You are another one that needs to stop. That's like at least 5 or something super chats as well. On you, Matt. Thanks for staying. Couldn't let you guys down. Couldn't have done that. It was scheduled, and wasn't doing anything. But we'll definitely fill Sam in with everything that's going on. And looks like we have a Max coming in. There it is, one of the new Virgin 737 Max. Landing as VA726 from the Gold Coast. There it is. Looks like it's going to vacate the runway really early. Stay and play. Okay, let's do it. With the poll being at 92%, I don't really have I don't have much choice. The people have spoken. The AV stream is a democracy. So we will stay. And yeah, I couldn't agree more. The light is so good now. Like, this is what it should have been all morning. I don't know what was going on with those clouds. That was well out of forecast. Like, that was very disappointing. There we go. Hopefully this one comes to the part of T3 that sort of connects onto T4. I don't think it will. It doesn't look like it's going that way, but I hope it comes to one of these gates here, which I think are all full. Maybe here? Nope. Damn. I don't think I've ever seen a Max actually come sort of up this taxiway. So it would have been cool to see. Sam's the guy we keep roasting. Yeah, Sam's the victim. Sam is being bullied by like 100 people. This poor bloke. This will be Sam's best stream. He's not even here. This poor guy. He's never gonna come back out. It's just public humiliation at this point. Like, I think what I'm just gonna say, like, when I do give him his stuff back, like, I'm not gonna tell him what happened. I'm not gonna say what was said. He's gonna be like, "Oh, how'd the stream go?" If he hasn't been watching, I don't know if he's tuned in or not. Like, last I saw, he hasn't been active, so I think he's probably just gone back to sleep, trying to sleep off whatever he's got. Um, I'll just simply say, read the chat. Just go to the playback and read the chat, but have the audio off. Don't listen to what I'm saying, or else we probably won't be friends. Touching down there, we have Qantas 737. It's very hard to film and play with flight radar, isn't it? This is QF 674 from Adelaide. Another 737-800. There we go. Rapid exit off of runway 16. Oh, and Kath Media coming in here with a $2 super chat, saying it was great meeting you and Sam in Brisbane. Red Bull. Thanks, Kath. Much appreciated. It was great meeting you too, having a good chat up at the old domestic car park. And you know what, Red Bull would definitely help right now. It won't help with my addiction to caffeine, but it would sure make me feel good. But no, I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. We'll definitely catch up next time I'm up there in Brizzy, which, with an open invite from Gavin and Julia, I think that would be very soon. I'd be all for that, to be honest. Qantas 777. I've been wanting to do that wanting to see that forever. And good day, Oscar. Been a member for 19 months here at AV, tuning in from the Gate Lounge. That's awesome, mate. Welcome aboard. Well, welcome aboard 19 months ago, I should say. But cheers, dude. Hopefully Canberra's treating you well. I saw the Turkish that got delayed. I saw you got some really good shots of it. I think, is that like the first diversion you've actually gotten? Because I swear, every time something diverts from Sydney, you're working. You poor sod. Gavin, you gotta stop. You gotta stop, dude. I feel bad. The graveyard shift money is going straight to into Sam's stream fund. Saying for Sam's effort, YouTube won't allow 5 cents. If anything, I should be paying you. I should be giving you money for Sam's effort. It's in the negatives. Oh, it's funny. That is funny. Oh, good day, mate. Jeez, you're right around the corner on Taylor's Hill. See, you would dislike... Actually, no, you probably would like if you're watching the stream, but your neighbors would dislike my policy if I was in local government. Because I would shut down this whole parallel runway thing. And, wait, no. Would you guys... No, you would love me. Your neighbors would love me because I'd shut down runway 27. And that flies over Taylor's Hill. So, you guys... I'd be very popular in your area if I was in government. But fortunately for the rest of Australia and for the world, I'm not. Like, yeah, I've had a genuine discussion with Australia Aviation about this, of like why I should not be in government. Because you would find that a lot of money, a lot of taxpayer money that's, you know, going to the tunnels and the road infrastructure and all that kind of stuff would be rerouted onto what's it called? Oh, I'm blanking on the word now. Incentives for airlines to fly here. So I'll essentially, like, you know, just pay for airlines to come. Like, I will buy their whole plane out. I know there's a word for it, and I'm completely blanking out on what that word is. Is it subsidiaries? No, it's not subsidiaries, is it? Either way, there'll be a lot of money going into the tourism sector of Australia if I was in charge. Like, and the airport's runway plans would just be, like, you know, dismantled. Like, absolutely no way we're building a third runway to make spotting harder. Not happening. What we'd be doing is we'd be building more places for planes to park so we can get more airlines here. So that's one reason why I shouldn't be in government. People's best interests who do not travel and not on the forefront of my government plan. Coming in here, we got CZ321 from Guangzhou, the third China Southern flight of the day, you could say, if you include the other one being a landing and a takeoff. But they offer a bit of a mix of aircraft at the moment. I think at the moment they got two 787s and one 330 a day on the Guangzhou route. But I swear, every month this changes. Like, right now it's 787s, next month it'll be A350s, then it'll be back to 330s. Like, they send us just a little bit of everything, except the 777. We've never gotten it. Yeah, please vote for me. If you want Brizzy to explode with so much new airlines in business, I'm your guy. If you want like social issues to be sorted, probably not your guy. Like there'll be all that money will be invested into airports. Oh yeah, and we'd also stop the whole Badgers Creek thing. Like I don't think that should happen. That's just gonna steal airlines from Sydney. You're like, I don't want to have to decide between two airports to go to, where it's like, oh, Sydney Airport's got this in the morning. However, Badgers Creek's got this. I don't want to think about that, especially in Sydney traffic. No, no, no. And with my where I direct the money for government, like it's not going to be on road infrastructure, so Sydney's traffic's only going to get worse. So we gotta cut Badgers Creek out of that. The budget for Badgers Creek that goes to new airlines. Free sushi. Only for breakfast, Kirsten. Only for breakfast. Any other time of the day, it's double the price. We've got to make our money somewhere, eh? And the double the price is just from taxes. But I'll have you know that all that money will go into new airlines. I mean, it's not on top of my list of things I would do. But it would definitely be higher on there than infrastructure of other places. Because didn't they say it's like $20 billion or something to build the airport rail link here in Melbourne? And I don't know about you, but $20 billion, that is a lot of incentive money for British Airways to come to Melbourne. I'm just saying. That is a lot of incentive. Coming in now, we got Shanghai Airlines MU737 operating on behalf of China Eastern. Yeah, someone was telling me yesterday that China Eastern are actually swapping their 350s for 787s, like their own 787s, not Shanghai. No idea if it's true or not, but it'd be good to see something a bit different here. And then it'd be like the Shanghai trifecta, because we'd have we've got 3 airlines operating on the Shanghai route. We've got China Eastern, we've got Shanghai, and we've got Junior. And if they're all 787s, that's just a trifecta right there. That rapid exit there by Shanghai Airlines. Don't know about you guys, but I think the pilots are desperate for that Hungry Jack's feed from Terminal 2. They're trying to get there ASAP. They want to get that, I think they got the Mexicana burger at the moment. They want to get that. Oh, I'm gonna make a compilation for Sam's channel and tell him to upload it. Of 3 hours of just roasting Sam on his own stream, on his own channel, with his own audience. I think it's just the best thing ever. Oh, so good. Thank you so much. You need to stop though with those donations. You gotta cut it out. That's already like 8 super chats now, I think. Seriously, mate. Thank you so much. I hope that is enough incentive for him to actually be out here and do this and help. Especially, oh, honestly, when it comes to like the battery changes, like right now the battery is just about to die again for the screen that I use. So just having someone else out here to help with that would be amazing because it's a little bit tricky. So I will be passing that incentive onto him, along with a stern warning to be out here next time, or else he will be bullied. Yeah, welcome to. That's it. Like, haha, I tricked you. It's not Sam, and it's actually Matt. Here we are, like a Melbourne airport. Meant to be like the 60th busiest airport in the world, yet has 30 minutes of absolutely nothing. Let's have a look here on Flight Radar. So, the real final one is going to be that Malaysia 330. I think that will be it. We've fulfilled our duty. We've gotten all the heavies. So that is third in line. There we go. We fulfilled the poll there. I do appreciate the the 5% of people who said no. They've got my mental health on the forefront of their mind, which is kind of cute. So you can see on the left, oh, the right hand side of the screen, we've got the Rex sub about to touch down here from Devonport. Oh wow, okay, coming from Tassie as ZL3514. Hey, g'day, Scotty. Cheers for tuning in, mate. Right at the very end. You've come at a good time because we're ending on a high with the Malaysia A330 Neo. I think we're the only destination for them outside of Malaysia, which is pretty cool. And Neil, no worries, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure. Had a blast out here this morning. It's been good fun. Lots of laughs. Lots of bullying. Here's that little Rex. I much prefer the ones with blue propellers. Much prefer. And Neil, I don't know how I've done it either. And I've done it without coffee too, which is like a big thing. Oh wow, that floated. Jeepers. That touchdown, like right where runway 27 meets 34. Gotta love that kilometer of floating. There you go. They're going to take the taxiway Juliet. Size comparison there. Wow. The subs make even the 787s look ginormous. And Neil, that's actually a genuinely good question. I have no idea. I'm assuming they're open now. However, if they're not... Oh, no. Hang on, hold that thought. Problems, guys. Problems. I see a heavy taxing out to 16. Hey, remember when I said we'll finish at 9? Yeah, that's that's just a lie, isn't it? Absolute lie. But yeah, cafe downstairs. I'm assuming it's going to be open. If it's not open, I'll just pop to Macca's on the way home. Get a nice vanilla latte, or if I'm really just feeling a bit wrecked, go straight for that long black. Get that jet fuel into me. Honestly, I'd get a drip of caffeine if I could. Just, just, just get it straight into the bloodstream. You know what I mean? Ah, sugar. Okay, so because I decided to get that takeoff, which was a bit silly, I missed the old United coming in, the new livery. That was really tight. Like, really tight. Wowee. Cheeky guys up there, real cheeky. I'm looking at you. So that right there is the United 787 from San Francisco. UA60, I think it is. Yeah, UA60. I think that's the second longest flight here we got at Melbourne, clocking in at nearly 15 hours long. A few cases of deep vein thrombosis on that flight. On the right hand side, we have the Malaysia A330 Neo on short finals there for 1-6. Operating as MH149, completing its 7-hour journey from KL. Or 7.5, sorry. Yeah, look, like I know you're joking, but it just can't. It can never be worse than Aussie internet. You know, my upload speed right now for this stream is 6 megabytes a second, and that's the best I can do. Like, I cannot get faster internet. I've got like a 5G modem. I've got like the best that I can sort of get here, and it's still that. I had a look, and you know what really shocked me? So Australian internet is slower than some countries in Central Asia, like what's it called? Kazakhstan has much faster internet than Australia, which I always thought was baffling. It's nice. It's not good for me. That's all I got in my head. It's not good for me. Look at that. Stampede of heavies right there. Borat impression. I like Malaysia. It's good. Uh oh, screen died. One sec, one sec. I knew that would happen. No, 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 no. Oh no, that battery's running out. Uh oh. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a problem. Hang on, hang on. Sorry about this. Alright. Surely. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. I would have changed it sooner. I just kind of wasn't expecting to stream so long. But that's alright. We're here now. Just in time. The Malaysia kind of sat there for a minute. Let the gear sort itself out. Yeah, the camera got scared of Borat. Shriveled up. It's not good for me. Here we go, making its way over to the terminal. Melbourne, we got a problem. That's my motto when it comes to streaming. At the end of the day, it's usually just Sam. We got a problem. And it looks like Malaysia's going to give way to Southern, which over here has got its clearance. Oh shoot, actually, forget about that. Forget about these planes. QF69, my favorite flight of Qantas's, for obvious reasons, is taking off on 16. Is off to Delhi. It's a A330-200. Oh yeah, trust that, Aaron. I'm really loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I can say whatever I want. It's not my channel. I think, if anything, Sam is very, very daring to trust me with this. Like this guy's trusting me to say the right thing. That's just not gonna happen. I don't know what you mean, Gavin. It's just the flight to India, nothing else. And yeah, it is good, isn't it? Like, there's a lot of like, it's good. You got some shelter. You got a cafe downstairs when you get tired. Get some coffee, and you can go through the security at Terminal 4. If you're hungry, you can get a donut. You can get a sushi. Although, actually, kind of weird, Kirsten. Believe it or not, the sushi place at the terminal only opens at 8:30. So you can't have like a breakfast sushi at 6 a.m., which I think is like crazy. They're missing out on some prime customers there. Well, he can do his own stream then, and if you feel sick, he can bring out a roll of toilet paper. See if I care. But I think that's it, guys. That is that's that done, finished. So you guys probably wondering like, who's this fugly munter? Like, where's Sam? So Sam's a bit unwell, and I've covered for him since I wasn't really doing too much this morning and planned to stream anyway. It's been a really good morning. Lots of heavies, lots of fun, lots of laughs. Can't wait for him to see the chat. In all honesty, it should be good fun. But yeah, until next time. Don't actually know when we're streaming next. Probably when the weather's good. Maybe next weekend. Maybe the weekend after. Who knows? But in the meantime, it's been good fun, and I will see you on the next one. Adios.